Good morning, Jane. A lot going on here in Downing Street this morning. Now, what's happening is a reshuffle triggered by the sacking 8 days ago of Nadhim Zahawi. He was the Tory party chair. But after thinking about it for the last few days, the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, has decided to do quite a lot more under the bonnet, tinkering with the way that his government works, which means actually there's quite a medium-sized reshuffle underway here in Downing Street, barely just over 100 days into his time in Downing Street. Here's what we know this morning. What he's going to do is he's basically going to split up quite a lot of the economic business departments and move some of the key elements around. So he's first of all going to create a new energy security department. Now, we believe that Shapps, currently the business secretary, is in line to be the Secretary of State in that department, and that's partly a response to the enormous challenges that we're seeing with energy bills, energy prices, security of energy supply. Rishi Sunak, of course, making big promises in his leadership contest about making sure energy supply is independent within a matter of decades. So that's the first big change, creating an energy security department. The next thing is he's going to roll the Department for International Trade, of course, well known as a birthplace for figures like Liz Truss. Now, that's actually going to be wrapped into the remains of the business department. Now, we think that Kemi Badenoch, currently the Trade Secretary, was meant to be on a mission out of the country today. We think that she is going to become the new Secretary of State for Business and Trade. And then the third change that Rishi Sunak is going to make to the way that Whitehall works is to then bring together quite a lot of the science, innovation and technology departments. That's going to be probably sitting under the Secretary of State, Michelle Donnellan. She is in line for that job, and we wait to hear who is going to be in charge of the remains of the Culture Department. Going back to the way that it existed about 5 years ago, that will just become the Department of Culture, Media and Sport, once again having lost all of the digital briefs. And as for the job vacated by Nadhim Zahawi, well, we expect that to go potentially to Greg Hands, veteran London-based Conservative, always a frequently wheeled out media performer. So we have the shape of what looks like the reshuffle this morning. Rishi Sunak trying to focus in on what he identifies the problems and key areas are. Of course, they're slightly different from the public priorities that he talks about endlessly, his 5 public priorities, but I think you get a sense of the importance to him of trying to promote growth, trying to protect energy security, and also focus in particular on digital industries, where he hopes that growth is going to come from in the months and years to come. Now, the cabinet meeting that was expected this morning has been pushed back, we are told, until this afternoon. We haven't had the traditional walk up from cabinet ministers who are being appointed. It's been done behind closed doors this morning. I suspect that reflects some of the complexity of simply reorganising Whitehall departments. It sounds like an easy press release. Actually, behind the scenes, it's now going to mean months and months of work of officials moving buildings, different people being put into different teams. Actually, that can slow down the immediate delivery of some priorities. But this is government as Rishi Sunak wants it to be run, and we'll get the remaining details later in the day.